is fine, and today we are going to learn about another interesting topic. So before getting into the topic, I want to ask you people few questions. Okay, so why do we fall on stepping on a banana peel? And why are some designs on the shoes or slippers or tires? Why can't they be plain? And why is it difficult writing on a glass, on a plain glass I'm talking? And why is it hard to move a ball on a rough surface or on a rough road? And why does it stop after moving some distance? And how are we able to stand on the land so firmly without falling off? And if any of the surface, if any of the lubricants are added under our feet, so why do we fall? Means lubricants means oils or anything. So if we step on them, why do we fall? And why do they polish the marble? So why can't they keep it as such? And why do the objects on the marble move freely than on the granite? And why is it hard walking against a strong wind? And how does a matchstick produce a fire just by striking against a matchbox? And why in winter season we generally rub our hands and keep it to ourselves to keep us warm? So why are these hands becoming warm? So what is acting between them? And sometimes how is fire produced just by striking two stones against each other? And sometimes we listen some disturbing sounds in our electrical appliances, and just by adding some of the oils, then the sound will be lost. So why is it so? So how these all questions will be answered? So here these all questions are going to be answered by one single word called friction. So friction is nothing but opposing force. So opposing force to movement of the object or motion of the object. Okay, so if anybody wanted to move, then the opposing force to movement of that object, we say that force as a frictional force. Okay, then here let us see few examples. So how are we able to stand firmly on the ground? So when you observe the surface of your leg, you see some oppressions and depressions on your leg, right? So that is because of that oppressions and depressions, you are able to stand firmly on the ground. Because when you step on the ground, that oppressions and depressions will be interlocked with the ground, so that you will be not falling up and you will be standing firmly. Okay, and one more example also we can take. So let us take our two hands and let us rub against each other. So when you are rubbing against each other, you sense some warmness in your hands, right? Okay, so that warmness, if you are placing on your cheeks also, you can feel it. So that is also because of the friction. So here this is also not a plain surface, it is also having some oppressions and depressions. So because of that interlocking system, so when you are rubbing against each other, the friction is acting in between them, and the fire is or the heat is being produced. The same thing is applied to our early man. Early man has used the same theory, and he has produced the fire by striking two stones against each other. The friction between the two stones has produced the spark of the fire. So like this, we are going to learn many interesting topics regarding friction, that how many types of frictions are there, and can we reduce the friction, or how to increase the friction. So these all interesting topics we are going to learn. So if you have any doubts regarding this topic, you can comment me in my comment section. Until then, keep observing and keep learning. Thank you.